What's going on? Use hashtag draft. Get your questions here on the show. Do the Eagles trade up for Henry Ruggs?
I don't know if you trade up because there's so much receiver talent in this draft.
That's
Mitch.
why I say no.
But if he's there, you take him.
Oh, my. If he's there, you're doing jumping jacks and somersaults.
You draft him and you trade Jackson. Just say, hey, see ya, we'll take a 5th round from somebody for Deshaun Jackson. Here's our new speedster. Yeah, I mean, he would be a great fit there. Carson Wentz needs a legitimate deep option that doesn't play only 4 games a year like Deshaun Jackson. I think that would be a great fit, but you don't trade up. There's too many options. I mean, Jalen Reagor's going to run a similar 40. You can get him later in the draft.
Let's go to my man Kevin Otto. Remember to use hashtag draft, or you can super chat. It's the easiest way to get your questions here answered on the show. Got over 1,300 people watching on YouTube. Shout out to y'all. What prospect needs a great combine to improve their draft stock?
I think quarterbacks can improve their stock the most.
Absolutely.
I look at 2 guys, Jake Fromm, Jacob Eason, those kind of not at the top, but in that second tier of quarterbacks. Can Eason light it up? Because he has the physical tools, he has the arm strength, up and down career or season at Washington last year. Jake Fromm came in a little shorter than people thought. His hand size under 9 inches. I think he needs to show off some of his arm talent as well.
See, for me, quarterback, I think it's Jordan Love because you don't know exactly what you got. Because you see 2018, you're like, man, this kid's great. 2019, 20 touchdowns, 17. He's got all the tools.
The classroom stuff for him is going to be really important. Can he diagram plays? Can he show that to teams? That's going to be key for him.
Kevin, appreciate the question. Let's go to another loyal watcher. Jeff, what's up, my brother? If Lamb and Jeudy are off the board, what do the Raiders do with picks 12 and 19? So I actually would be okay with the Raiders drafting a player like a Henry Ruggs at 12. In all honesty, I understand it's a little but the Raiders need to add outside speed. It's a big time need. If that's the case, it would not surprise me if, A, the Raiders trade one of those picks down because they don't have a second-round pick. I'm actually starting to face the fact that it would not surprise me if the Raiders do trade away one of these picks, trade down.
I think if Lamb and Jeudy if they're both gone at 12, I don't think you go receiver at 12 because 19, that's when you get into the Ruggs range. Some of these other guys, maybe.
I think Ruggs goes before that.
Maybe, but I don't reach for Ruggs. The Raiders have more needs than wide receiver. I think you could go edge rusher. You could go in other directions.
Yeah, I think wide receivers are biggest need.
But you don't reach for a player when you're a 7-9 team. That's my point. Like, if you're a Super Bowl type of team, sure, do something like that, but I think you take the best player available. Hopefully one of those guys is there, but if they're not, I would look in a different direction.
Let's go to Mark Kearns. What's up, my man? Use hashtag draft. Get your questions on the show. How far would Tua fall if he failed his medical?
I could
actually see him falling out of the first. If it's like, don't draft, like if it's really, really bad with the hip, I think he could fall out of the first round.
Because that's the thing. When you say failed, that's such a loose term, right? Like, does it mean failed as in he's got some risk of, not having a long career? He's got major risk. Is it he's not going to be ready as a rookie? If the only thing is he can't play as a rookie, I still take him high.
Oh, yeah, he'll be a
like,
first
if you're
round
Miami, just bring back Fitzpatrick on a 1-year deal, tank again, and then you have Tua in 2021. Like, that's what you can do, but it'll be curious. If his medical is, like, super bad and they're like, this hip is a major problem, I mean, could he fall out of the first round? Who knows? The medicals are set or taking place on Tuesday, so we'll see what happens there.
Let's go to this next question. You know what I mean? Why not? Cardinals will likely draft CeeDee Lamb. What do you guys think? I think actually the Cardinals are more likely to draft a wide receiver like Jeudy. I think that would fit the offense better than a wide receiver like CeeDee Lamb.
But he played with Kyler Murray. You got the OU connection there. CeeDee Lamb played with Kyler back in 2018.
But I think Jeudy fits that offense better.
Yeah, sure. I think both these guys could fit in just about anywhere. I would take Jeudy over Lamb in Arizona, but I have no problem with them taking CeeDee Lamb.
All right, speaking of CeeDee Lamb, why not? We're on the same page here. Over under 4.54 40-yard dash for CeeDee Lamb. Type O for over, type U for under.
Yeah, and this is what the odds makers have it at. Look, he's not a burner, but he's faster than 4.54.
Thank you.
I think he's like a 4.45 to a 4.5 guy, like a 4.48 type of player. We'll see. I don't want to pretend I know more than the folks at the sports books, but I'm typing my U for under. I think he's going to run a sub 4.5.
So I'm also going to type my U for under. Let's keep pumping up those U's. I'm going to guess he's around 4.45. I think another reason why CeeDee Lamb's going to maybe get a little bit of hate is because he's not going to run a 40 time like a Jeudy or like a Henry Ruggs. So let us know over under for CeeDee Lamb. If you want to bet on over unders for 40-yard dash times, you can do it at BetDSI, the internet's #1 Sportsbook. We got 1,300 people watching us live. If you've never heard of BetDSI, now's your chance to get started with them. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use our promo code NFL120. What does that mean? The 120% deposit bonus. It means if you put down $50, you will get $60 for free. You can put down $100, get $120 for free. You can even put up to $500, get $600 for free. And if you all don't want to bet on NFL draft prop bets, you can bet on MLB. You can bet on NBA. And heck, you can even do the XFL. Chatsports.com/bet. Let's go to William Martinez. Seahawks top draft prospects. No idea because they do whatever they want every year, and it's just mayhem with the Seahawks.
Yeah, predicting them's tough. I still look at that offensive line. They could upgrade there. Secondary?
Secondary's a need.
They could draft a corner, I think could be a possibility where they're somewhere in the 20s. Where are they? 25, 26, somewhere in there. Maybe like a Jeff Gladney could be an option there. I don't think Fulton's going to fall that far. If he is, you take him. Like that's the pick there. Those are a couple of areas I would look at. I like where they're set at the skill positions. They got plenty of capable running backs. I will say it would be peak Seattle to be like, oh, Chris Carson got hurt. Let's draft a running back in the first round. But I don't think they'll do that. I would look more at that secondary.
Is my middle name William or Martinez? It's one of those options. Let's go to the next question here. #draft. Appreciate it from DDS. Who will the Bears draft? All right, Harrison, I'll let you take this one.
Well, I just released a 7-round Bears mock draft. If you want to go check that out on our Bears only channel, youtube.com/Bears. And now did that draft simulation with the Draft Network, so keep that in mind. Tight end and offensive line are the two major needs. I'm fascinated to see what they do at quarterback. I also did a video of 3 quarterbacks to keep an eye on at the Combine this week.
They have what, pick 43 and 50?
43 and 50. So you got 2 high second-round picks. Do you trade down to get – because you don't have a third? I think that's an option as well. I don't love this tight end class, so I would look at that in free agency. Maybe offensive line or wide receiver in the second round. I think those are a couple of areas that you could look at. Plus, cornerback, after releasing Amukamara, that's an area of need also.
What's your Bears channel called?
Chicago Bears Now.
Okay, go check it out, DDS, if you're a Bears fan. Tell your friends to apparently the kids say bear down. Let's go to the next one. Winston Shan. Winston. Ugh. If the Cowboys trade up to pick 3 with the Lions, who would you rather have, Derrick Brown or Jeffery Okudah on the Cowboys? If they trade up to 3, they're drafting Tua because Tua said that he wants to be a Cowboy.
I think if they're trading up to 3, it means for some dumbass reason the Redskins didn't take Chase Young. I think that would be the reason. They're not going to trade up to 3, I don't think. I don't like Okudah or Brown at 3. Quite frankly, I think that's why the Lions want to trade out. I think if a team's going to trade up to 3, Mitch, it's going to be to draft a quarterback.
Well, Winston, speaking of Cowboys, we got a Cowboys shirt. We got NFL shirts for all of our fans here. Shout out which team that you guys love to rep on Sunday, Saturday, heck, 366 days of the year this year. It's T-shirts, hats, jackets, sweatshirts, and more at the link below, chatsports.com/NFL sale. This gear, though, okay, not going to last forever. It's flying off the shelves. When we do a show like this, it goes quick because it's 50% off and people go and get it. So we got, 1,300 people watching us live on YouTube?
Better hustle.
I'm telling you right now, go hustle. Chatsports.com/NFL sale. Haven't heard hustle in a while. Just the term.
Well, I'm glad I could provide that for you.
Speaking of hustling, Cadillac, he's hustling here, getting his comment on the show. If you want your comment on the show, use #draft or be an overachiever. You can super chat. So who will slide out of the first this year?
I could see Jordan Love if he doesn't do well in the classrooms stuff.
See, you said Christian Fulton earlier. I'm actually going to say Christian Fulton too because in Mel Kiper's latest mock, which you guys can check out on our main channel, he didn't have Fulton going in the first.
That's interesting.
I agree.
I would take him in the 20s.
I could also see a player like a Xavier McKinney out of Alabama for some reason.
Teams
Safeties always kind of like fall out. I think he's a good player, but again, I think that's a position.
How about this? This isn't really a one-player answer, but how about the possibility of 0 running backs going in round 1?
See, I think that's possible.
I think that's possible.
I would rather have Jonathan Taylor in round probably 2, maybe 3, than a J.K. Dobbins in round 1.
I wouldn't take a running back in round 1. Even though this is a good class, there's very few teams that value the running back these days, and the ones that do already have a good running back. So I could see no running backs going in the first round.
Cadillac, appreciate the super chat. Let's go to PS. It's all about chat sports. Who could make the biggest trade up in this year's draft?
I like what you did there.
That's what she said.
How about the Raiders? They want to go get a quarterback. They want to go. They want to spice things up in Vegas. They don't get Tom Brady in free agency. Package 12 and 19. You go get Tua or Herbert.
See, I think you just kind of answered it. I think there's
They're waiting on Brady.
I think actually if there's a team that makes the biggest jump, it's because the Patriots don't get Tom Brady back. They're worried about who they have. They have picked 23. They have 2 second-rounders.
Yeah.
And then your backup quarterbacks are Mitch and Harrison. You don't want to do that. So then that's where the reason why you're going to have to trade up and get them. So for me, it's the Patriots. I get the Raiders. Maybe the Dolphins if they miss out on their quarterbacks because they have 5 picks in the top 56, I believe.
You got to look at teams who have a lot of draft capital, and those are a few off the top of our heads.
So if you guys love the NFL draft or anything all about sports, we want you to join us this year for our NFL draft coverage. We were the most watched online NFL draft in 2019. It's a brag, just a straight up brag. So subscribe now.
It's a straight up fact.
It's a fact. Hit that big red button. And look at that. If you see below, we are almost at 160K subscribers. We need 246 more. Now, normally I say, hey, if we hit a blank amount of subscribers, I'll chug a beer. I'll do it for you guys. All right? I've been trying to get a little bit thinner. It's the new year, but we're going to do it for 160K. If we can get to 246 more subscribers, I'll chug a beer. What do you want to do? Jumping jacks?
I'll chug with you. How about that?
Oh, a first time ever.
Look, here's the deal. We got over 1,300 live. If all of you are subscribed, that's awesome. Type sub in the comments if you're already subscribed, but I'm guessing at least 246 of you guys are.
The only 40 that you're going to see on Chat Sports today is us chugging one. So that's going to happen. We need 246 more. We'll keep the numbers updated. So if you're not already subscribed, please do. The Machine, 6 of 1, telling people to sub. If you guys want to see it happen, we need 246 more. Let's go to Teddy Cox. Henry Ruggs will be a stud in the NFL. I don't know if this is a question or just a statement.
Why did you pause there? Well,
it was a hard pause.
Is he gonna? I think he's gonna run the fastest 40, Mitch.
Oh, I agree.
The guy's a flat-out burner. I think Ruggs is what you're looking for in a number 2 receiver in today's NFL.
Will he run the fastest 40? Y for yes, and for no.
Yeah, go ahead and answer that question. By the way, that's why you're the host here. I think he's a great number 2 in today's NFL. Just tell him to go deep. Do
you think he has the upside to be a Tyreek Hill? Because I've seen that comparison.
I don't love that. He's a little bigger than Hill. I think he's more like Deshaun Jackson.
Okay.
Where I think he's a little more of a polished upside player with a little less wheels. Tyreek Hill didn't go to the combine for obvious reasons, but he may have set the record for the 40 if he did. So. I don't know. I don't love that comparison. I think that's setting unrealistic expectations, but Deshaun Jackson could be an option there.
Let's go to another super chat here from DDS. Appreciate you. Okay. Best offensive line, Tristan Wirfs. I think you're asking who's the best offensive lineman in this year's draft class. Is it Tristan Wirfs? So if you want to go check out all of our mock drafts, all of our NFL draft content, you can go do that at the channel. Also, our man who's not here, it is Tom Downey. He's at What Going Downey. He's at the NFL Combine. So DDS, I guarantee you if you hit up Tom right now on Twitter at What Going Downey, he would absolutely love that. But for me, when I think of offensive line play, Wirfs is one of the top options. Do you think that he is the best offensive lineman, though?
I mean, I'm not going to pretend to be like Tom, who's broken down probably every single draft eligible offensive lineman. I do know Wirfs is a first-round talent. Guess what, Mitch? I'm not sure if you're aware of this. If you played at Iowa and you were an offensive lineman, you're probably pretty good. They tend to plug him out. He's up there. Jedrick Willis is up there. Andrew Thomas, Becton. There's a lot of guys in this draft. My problem is the Bears, I think, need more help on the interior. This is more of an offensive tackle draft, so Chicago's got to try and balance that out right